Sometimes you may go into financial hardship and the only thing left for you is to go into debt. So it's to actually go and borrow money. But you have to first evaluate, would this be a good debt or a bad debt? So would this be able to add to your financial situation and actually help you build wealth or increase your assets? Or would this actually decrease your assets and cause you financial stress? So I've discussed the difference between good debt and bad debt in another video, which I would link in the comment section below. But today we're going to focus on factors you should consider before you go into debt. So hi guys, welcome to the Smiling Professor. My name is Dr. Bukola, and today we're going to discuss 5 factors you should consider before you go into debt. So the first factor is, do I really need this money? So I know it's very easy, it's a very easy question, but you have to stop and ask yourself, do I actually need this money, or do I want this money? So the financial hardship I am facing presently, is it something that would actually help me? Am I trying to go into debt to buy something that is not important, such as material things, bags, shoes, TV, laptop? Is this something that I actually don't need? So if the laptop you're about to buy would actually help you generate more money, so if you're a software designer, you're a graphic designer, or you're a student, and this is actually a need, not a want. So that's the first thing you have to evaluate. Do I actually need to go into this debt? And after you answer that question, you need to ask yourself the next question. How long would it actually take me to save this money? So is there a way that I actually can save this money for myself? So do you earn money? Do you earn money? So is there a way that you can save, let's say 10%, 20%, 30% of your income instead of going into debt? Can you actually save this money over time if it's not a pressing need, instead of going into debt, so you can be able to pay the money in cash? Because don't forget, when you go into debt, it means that whatever future income you're going to earn will belong to someone else. So it will belong to the lender, and you have to pay back that lender depending on the agreement. So if the situation whereby you can actually save this money for yourself, so it's not something that is a pressing need, it's not an emergency. And please, there is no emergency with buying luxury goods or bags or shoes or things like that. So is it a pressing need that you really need to go into this debt? Or can you actually save this money for yourself? So after you answer that question, the next question to ask yourself is, can I afford this debt? So what does this mean? You have a particular amount you want to borrow. Now, how are you going to repay the debt? What is the plan? So are you going to pay it monthly? Would you pay it over time? What is the implication? So you must tell yourself the truth, because the last thing you want is to go into debt without having any suitable plan on how you're going to repay the debt, and get into trouble and start getting embarrassment from the lender or the financial institution you have borrowed this money from. So can I afford this debt? What is the particular amount of money that I want to borrow? What is my plan to pay it back? How much income do I earn? How much expenditure do I have at the end of the month? When I subtract the both, what is the balance? And how much can I spare towards the debt? And please, hoping for money that is not there is not a financial plan. So hoping for money or income from something that is not guaranteed or is not presently available is not a good financial plan. You have to tell yourself the truth. What is your present financial situation, and how are you going to repay this debt? If you're liking this video so far, please click the like button and leave a comment down in the comment section below, because it helps boost the video. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Now let's go back to our topic of discussion. After you answer that question, the first question you should ask yourself is, what are the conditions in borrowing this money? So depending on the lender of the money, different financial institutions have different borrowing conditions. So first of all, you have to understand what are the conditions in borrowing this particular money from a particular lender. You need to read your paperwork. A lot of people sign documents and don't bother to read. Someone points to the edge of the document and tell you to sign, and you just sign. Please don't do that. Take your time. Whatever documents that you're going to sign, especially when you're borrowing money, make sure you read everything. Understand the conditions. How much interest am I going to be paying? Because sometimes some lenders really have high interest rates that you have to pay monthly. And if you will not be able to pay this, sometimes, depending on the condition of the lender, this may roll over to the next month. So please take your time, read the paperwork, talk to the lender. If they say something to you, make sure you have it in writing. Make sure there is a contract. You understand exactly what is expected of you, how much you're going to pay monthly, what is the implication. And if you have the option, you can evaluate 2 or more lenders to see what offer best suits your need. So please read your paperwork. Understand what are the conditions of the debt. Is the interest something you can afford, you can pay regularly without any stress, without any problems? The final factor to consider is the effect of this debt on the other aspects of your life. Before you go into debt, you have to understand, as I said, do you really need this money? Would you be able to save this money? Is there a way to actually save this money without going into debt? Can you afford the debt? What are the conditions of the debt? And finally, what is the effect of this debt in the other aspects of your life? So would it have a negative effect on your life? Would you be able to continue your normal day-to-day spending while still paying the interest of this debt? Would it cause your family stress? Would you have to cut down on some of your expenditures? Would it affect things like, let's say, your rent, your bills? What would be the effect on not just you, your family, your friends? Would you have to change your lifestyle? So some people, because they have borrowed money, they might start reducing how much they go out, how much money they spend when they go out, or would you have to reduce your shopping? So you have to evaluate. So now I have decided to borrow this money. What's the effect on my overall lifestyle? These are the factors I feel that you should consider before you go into debt. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think there's any points I have missed? Please let me know your comments down in the comment section below. And also, if you have anything to add to this conversation, please put it down in the comment section below because it helps to boost the video. I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button below. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for being here. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks guys. See you next week. Bye guys.